We're visiting here on Miller and Dace in the Morning with Keith Murphy and Andy Fales. They will be hosting the new talk show in the afternoons, 2 to 4 p.m. here on 1460 KXNO. It will be titled Murph and Andy. So each and every weekday beginning Monday, April the 20th. That is Phase 2. Phase 1, I guess you could say, was us, Miller and Dace in the Morning. That's Phase 2. There will be a Phase 3.
Please, there will be?
There will be.
Because, dude, that Petra Papadakis, dude.
What are you talking about?
Whatever we're running from 4 to 7 is an abomination. Whatever's on there right now in Afternoon Drive from Fox Sports Radio.
Why don't we just...
It's an absolute abomination. It's an abomination to radio.
That's a promo. Somebody marked the
it's terrible.
tape there. I think let's get that on now.
It's just awful.
Is it worse than the old NFL Washington?
Dude, James Washington called and thought we should upgrade our programming. Okay?
6:22 in the a.m. and we're throwing bombs over here at KXNO.
Well, yeah.
Murph and Andy, it's better than that crap on now from 4 to 7.
That's a promo.
God.
That is a promo.
That is
a promo.
I like that. That's that is a good one. We kind of joked earlier about it, but it's nice to have each other to play off of. Trust me, I did 2 to 4 by myself in the summer, and
I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, I don't either. See, this Dace.
And why don't you hit him?
Dace is playing
He's
the
wide
violin.
open. Yeah.
Hey, I didn't have 3 to 6 drive by myself. That would have been cake.
Dude, I sat here for 3 hours for 5 years with only Tommy from Des Moines and that Jerry and Clive who wants to talk Hawkeye recruiting, even if there's been a presidential assassination
by the way.
all
Some
summer
things
long.
don't change.
Okay? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, our boy Jerry and Clive, he is a recruit, Nick. No question about it.
Yeah, you'll get calls from Jerry and Clive. I want to warn you right now. I mean, you guys, listen, there could possibly be an explosion at the Federal Reserve, okay, so they can no longer print fiat money. Jerry and Clive, first call will be, hey, guys, that offensive lineman in Applington that was third-team All-State, do you know if the Hawks are looking at him? Just get ready for that, I promise.
We're ready for that.
Well, see, we don't know anything about that stuff, though, so he won't call for long. We'll show him.
And you can't put Dace in the conversation of what we're going to do, because this guy, I mean, he could probably name like Nebraska's starting offense in 1990 right now.
He actually could probably do that.
Yeah,
or
it's
half.
Unbelievable.
Dean Steinkuhler? No, that was like a decade
No,
earlier.
that's 1983.
That's a decade
Yeah.
earlier.
And
You're talking
Andy
about
and
that's the Dave
Keith,
Remington
they're
era.
taking you seriously.
I know. It's what I'm saying.
Hey,
well,
listen,
Andy and I are
you'll
hosting.
learn.
I want you to know, though,
when
I
you have a
cannot count-
topic, you run with it.
I want you to know I cannot count the matches on the floor. I want you to know that. I can't do that.
That's good there,
Okay.
Rain Man.
Yeah.
You know, we're hosting a Size House of Trivia Saturday night, and Steve apparently did it last year.
Last 2 years.
Yeah,
But
last
who's
couple
better?
of years.
Who's better?
The guy comes down because he feels like he needs to prep us and let us know the questions, and we have, like 100 different questions about pronunciations and what this means. And we've had 2 meetings with this guy. Said, how much did Dace work on this? Oh, he said he didn't even want to see the questions until he's actually reading them that night. And then he knew the ansers.
Yeah, because he wanted to play along in his head. So
Yes.
he secretly knew he was still smarter than everyone.
And he was honestly impressed. He was like, he didn't make a mistake the
I'm
whole
offended
night.
at that. I don't keep it a secret
I was
that I'm
just
smarter
going to
than
say,
everyone, okay?
Dace
I don't
probably,
keep that a secret.
Dace probably read the question,
Okay.
and he said, by the way, I have it, so please hurry up. Let's
Don't
get
you love
along
when
with that.
Alex Trebek does
Yeah.
that? Don't you love it?
What a snotty
Dude's
guy,
just sitting there
Trebek.
with all the answers. Hey, you didn't get that one? Exactly.
I started DVR and Jeopardy lately just to see. I was a lot smarter when I was 21 when I was rolling that show. Mm-hmm. It is embarrassing how much I've forgotten, or just that I don't use those parts of my mind anymore. And I'm hoping that our little 6 to 8 a.m. appointments are going to help me, kind of exercise
my
the great matter.
mind to your mind?
Well, maybe.
Andy, have you noticed they don't have commercials on this show?
No, we do. We're just we're taking.
I'm not even sure we're on the air.
Yeah, well, that could be, but we just continue to talk because it's recording somewhere, and we have to replay this again today.
From 2 to 4. Really?
From 2 to 4, ironically enough.
This will be on
That's strong
today.
programming
so
there.
Whether
you should
you're
stick with that.
listening to it in the morning, or you may be hearing it today in the 2 o'clock hour or 3 o'clock hour. Well, you wouldn't hear this again in the 3 o'clock hour. The 2 to 4 time slot on Monday the 20th will be occupied by Keith and Andy. What happens if there's like a breaking story at 3 o'clock in the world of sports that Channel 13 through, you guys are also Channel 13.
Mm-hmm.
You get through your sources. Do you sit on that and tease it for the 5 or 6, or do you let it go out over the air?
Good question. Management is listening to this answer from 2 different media entities right now.
You should have seen Andy's face.
Yep.
He's like, "You are a
This is a
Bleep.
Did not need to bring that up.
Yeah, this is a great time to
Could've left that
to
alone.
mention how great and understanding our bosses have been to see this opportunity as something positive for the television station. No, I think in this day and age, even if we're sitting at the television station and we didn't have this job, you got to put it on your website
Absolutely.
right away. If we have information. It's going to go out. I'll put it on Twitter right away, as well as 1460.
That just makes us all feel
KXNO.
better.
Yeah,
Twitter.
Twitter's going to get the
Get it out
exclusive.
to that captive
Forget
audience
13,
of 17-year-old
forget KXNO,
girls
it's
on
Twitter. How many people are following you on Twitter?
I don't know. It's
You're not telling the truth. You know.
I don't know. It's
Hundreds?
Yes.
Wow.
Getting you that BlackBerry was like getting a hyperactive kid a can of Red Bull and a pack of Fruit Stripe gum. That was the worst idea.
Fruit Stripe
You don't
gum is
need
awful.
that.
The flavor
That's
of
the
that-
last thing you need.
It's
is
awful
another
after 10 seconds.
distraction
It is
in your life.
the flavor of Fruit Stripe gum. It's
Yes.
gone immediately.
They ought to call it Fruit Strike because
Yeah,
it's a
it's
quick
awful.
strike of flavor and then it's gone after
It's
that.
awful.
Guys
I'm
are
getting text
figuring out
messages
the
from
joke.
people
I'm
in the
proud of
company
you.
that were saying, "Hey, that's my question too that you just asked." So people wanted to know that.
Wanted to know which
they
one.
wanted to know the breaking news story question.
You may hear
Trust
some-
me. Listen, I asked it because I got it when I started. Are you
Oh,
going to
yeah.
save that for Hawkeye Nation, or are you going to blow? And of course, I saved it for Hawkeye Nation.
No, now there could be a situation where
No, you just did Hawkeye Nation on the radio.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
it doesn't happen very often, but there certainly could be a story where Andy is left here and I have to go down to the television station because there is breaking news.
Now that's going to be fun. We call that getting the point. You're prepared for a two-man show, and one man has to bail.
Yeah, now the flip
And
side
then
of
here
it,
we go.
long day.
And it's
now that Andy works in these news special projects, the flip side of that is if there's a rally at the Capitol or what kind of crap do you cover now? I'm sorry, I don't
I
watch
don't
the
cover
news.
anything like that.
State of Iowa, interesting story,
Yeah.
people.
He
Hare
covers the
Krishna
entire state
stories.
of central Iowa. That's what
Exactly.
Andy Fails
There's a
does.
new malt shop that opens in Marshalltown or something. I'll be on it, and you'll be here by yourself.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, I mean, we've got a few more minutes, and then we're going to take a break, and you guys are going to do a show.
Let's ask him about
Channel
Kale.
13.
I gotta
Ask him
I mean,
about
Yeah,
Kale.
before we
Coffee's
go,
going
Steve
through
and I
me.
are going
Let's put him on the spot
Steve
with
and
a
I are going
serious
to talk
topic.
about this in the next segment. Cale Sanderson report today. You will report last night on Channel 13. The Register citing you guys. Cale Sanderson and Penn State flirtations. What do you make of that?
Well, it's very interesting. I can't say that I saw that coming. I'm not surprised that Penn State would go after Cale Sanderson. That makes sense. I'm a little bit surprised that Cale has agreed to a couple of interviews, which shows some interest on his part. I think it's, and this is just opinion here, it seems to me that Cale is experiencing some frustration at Iowa State with just, I think, not winning a national championship already. I mean, this guy is all about national championships, and he's 3 years in, and he's already had Iowa State all the way up to second, but I think Cale thought he'd already have a national championship.
So, are you implying that he believes that is somehow Iowa State's fault, not his?
No, I don't. I just think I think he's frustrated right now
You think
to
he's
even
saying,
be
"Man,
considering an offer from Penn
I can't
State."
get this national championship in a place like Iowa.
No, I don't.
I got to go to Penn State.
I mean, explain to me, if you don't
Yeah.
think you can beat Iowa in their own state, what makes you think you're going to beat them in their own conference? I don't understand that.
And maybe he doesn't. That's
Yeah.
definitely a question for Cale. But
Well,
I'm
Cale's not
surprised
here.
he's not going to be with us.
So you have to speak
Cale's
for
gonna be
Cale.
on.
You have to
the
speak
question.
for Cale right now.
Yeah, Cale's going to be on from 4 to 7. That's not announced yet. I just think it's surprising he would take the interview because anybody who knows Cale Sanderson, I have no doubt that Penn State can probably put together a big money offer, but Cale is not driven by money. Of course, we all
we
say
said that about
somebody
Keno
else.
Davis too.
What do you say, Steve, when it's not about the money?
It's almost always about the money.
Yeah.
But it may not be about the money in the way that maybe we think, because they're dealing with dollar amounts that most of us don't deal with. I think when they say it's not about the money, in their minds they actually believe it, because it's a matter of respect. Pay me what I'm worth, what I'm contributing, in comparison to what other people are doing, right? I know, because I
That's
just
the way
gave the
they've
spiel to our
spun
own
it around,
management
right.
lately.
Yeah,
It ain't about the money, but it's about the money.
He's one of the highest paid. He's one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid coach in amateur wrestling with regards to the money that he receives from the university. Now, camps and other things, I don't know.
They don't get that crazy money though, like the football and basketball.
No, they don't deserve it. They don't generate that kind of revenue.
There's some people banding about 5 years and $500,000 a year. I can't for a second believe that's even possible. So this is surprising to me because, Andy, as you said, if you can't get it done at Iowa State, because it's what got the third most national championships or fourth in the history of the sport. If you can't get it done at Iowa State, in a state that is the mecca for amateur wrestling, although Pennsylvania is probably right behind. It's not exactly a wasteland out there.
No, and I think he can get it done at Iowa State. They finished second his first year. It's always going to be tough in Iowa when you're competing for wrestlers in the state of Iowa against the University of Iowa. Because
tell us what you guys
return
think.
every wrestler next year.
Tell us
what
what this does from, because I could care less about wrestling, but I'm interested in this story because I think he's a transcendent figure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's an icon.
What kind of a message does it send if he were to leave Iowa State? What does that say?
I think that would be a huge blow to Iowa State. I mean, he is their jewel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he really is. Mm-hmm. And I understand that wrestling still, even at Iowa State, plays a backseat to the other big sports. But I mean, he's theirs. He's perfect. I mean, he's the best ever. There he is. He's the gold medalist.
Best amateur wrestler of all time. No, you can make that argument.
Right. Absolutely. And he hasn't really proven that he can, become the great athlete who is the great coach.
There's some questions.
Not too many can, but if he does become that, you want it to be at Iowa State.
I agree. Well, guys, I tell you what, thanks for coming in this early. We've got to go to a break now because you've got to talk to TV 13 on their live shot. Looking forward to 2 to 4 p.m. every weekday here on 1460 KXNO. Murph and Andy debuting Monday.
We are looking forward to it, too, and thanks to both of you. Over the years, you both had us on your radio show a lot. We appreciate those opportunities, and we hope that we will never have to join you at this hour again.
All right, very good.
Now leave us
Likewise,
alone.
on all counts. Yes.